When I was a kid, everyone wanted a radio-controlled vehicle. When it came to toys, before the 90s, they were pretty much limited to cars. But then Tyco came along with the brand new amazing Fast Tracks and the Typhoon hovercraft that could go on land and water.
Powerful turbo motors for straight line speed. Do a 360. Now, Typhoon hits the water. Incredible.
They look so good that I sat video remote in hand watching cartoons on a Saturday morning just in case a Fast Tracks or Typhoon advert came on. And of course, right on schedule, like a capitalist Gandalf the Grey, they did. And I wore out those tapes replaying those adverts like a teenager with a Baywatch box set. I'm not sure box sets existed back then. But one thing that was always going to be out of reach for me was the radio-controlled aeroplane. Something about a vehicle that travelled in the air just made it seem inaccessible, probably because they were so much more expensive, and unlike hovercrafts and tanks, if you crashed them,
there we go, boom,
they died. But over the last few years, this has become a thing of the past. Enter the drones. Welcome back to the VRC, and it is Tech Tuesday, where some Tuesdays I'll be releasing a video that might not be about virtual reality, but it could be about any type of tech. This week I'm looking at something that I've always been interested in, but never really been allowed to dive into head first. Yes, in this video we're looking at drones, and more specifically, if you want to start flying them, where is the best place to begin? This is the Holy Stone HS210. Remember, if you're interested in VR and tech, then make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the bell if you don't want to miss a video. So, the drone comes with 3 batteries, each with about 7 minutes of flying time. They're really easy to insert and remove, and they're charged up by a little USB charger that can charge 2 at a time, and it takes about an hour. It also comes with a screwdriver to unscrew the battery flap on the back of the transmitter, and a tool to remove the propellers. There's also some spare propellers in case of mishaps. There's no camera on this drone, and it is really small, measuring 8 by 8 centimeters. This means that it's suitable for kids, even though the box says 14 and above. Obviously, they need to have the ability to fly it safely. Down a bit, down a tiny bit. Okay, good, come right. No, not that button. Turn around again, turn around again. Turn around. Yeah, use the other one to turn. Okay, straight, yeah, straight now. Okay, use the, yeah, good. Right. Go right. Left. Right. Left. Try and stay in the middle. Right. Left. Try and bring it back. Ah! Okay, press the 2 top ones because it's in the hole. Did you like that? It also means you don't need to worry about getting a drone license or passing the drone test. The controller has 2 modes, one where the left stick controls rotation and the right is strafing, and another mode where those are swapped over. The controller also has a start-stop button, a speed button, a flip button, and by holding down the speed and flip buttons together, you can perform an emergency stop and have the drone come down pretty safely. Remember, this thing is extremely light at 24 grams, so it can fall a long way without braking. If you find your drone moving slowly forward or backwards without any input for you, then you can fix that by pushing the left stick into the controller like a button and then using the right stick to push it in the opposite direction of the drift. Still drifting right. So why would you want a drone? Well, flying them around is obviously very cool, or peng as the kids like to say. The peng kids? Yes, they're really peng. Not cool, not sick. Peng. But obviously more expensive drones have cameras, and if you're a content creator or just interested in taking shots from the air, then drones allow you to capture the kind of shots only helicopters could do not that many years ago. And some drones even lock onto an object or a person and follow it about. It makes you wonder if in the future everyone might have their own personal drone looking after them, filming any potential muggers, along with the police patrol drones and the Amazon delivery drones that we're still waiting for. Though coming down in price, these GPS tracking drones are still quite expensive, and of course they still can break if they crash. So despite their incredible self-flying abilities, it's definitely a good idea to become a fairly competent drone flyer before you take the plunge with one that costs hundreds or even thousands of pounds. So why do I love this drone? Well, it's obviously quite cheap at £30. It's way less expensive than the old Tyco toys and lots cheaper than the old radio-controlled aeroplanes were. Because of its size, it's extremely unlikely to break, and it's also unlikely to break other things. But if it were to break, then you haven't just lost a ton of money. Still okay. Another thing I like about this drone is that it can hold at a certain height, which is a really good feature for a cheap drone to have. I had another one that didn't have this, meaning that I had to constantly be adjusting the left stick to keep it steady. That was so hard, and no expensive drones require you to do it, so it's not really a skill that you need. I also like the fact that it has 3 speed settings. The slow one is perfect for indoors and also learning how to fly it about. The 3rd setting is also pretty fast. I'm not sure how fast it is, but it's pretty quick. In fact, let's go and find out. Go. Stop. So by my calculations, 54 feet in about 5 seconds means that the drone was going about 7.5 miles per hour. It definitely feels a lot faster indoors, but that's possibly an illusion due to being in an enclosed space. Some other features that the drone has are doing a fun little flip by pressing a button and holding a certain direction, flying around in circles again with the press of a button, although I couldn't find which button actually made this happen. And headless mode, where no matter which way the drone is facing, if you push left on your stick, it'll make it go to your left, and if you push right, it'll make it go to your right. This means you don't have to do things backwards when the drone turns around. But these are all features that even the cheapest bad drones usually have. Some drawbacks of the drone is that it's not that great in the wind. There's been a few times where my brain's got a bit confused and I've tried to fly it back, but instead it's just gone really far away. That's what emergency stop is for. Don't know what I'm doing. Emergency stop. Remember, the green lights are at the front of the drone and the red lights are at the back, but this can be hard to see when it's far away. The claimed range is 164 feet, and although I didn't measure it, it seemed to go a lot further than that when I was out on the field. There's no return to home function. That is a feature of more expensive drones, and obviously there's no camera. There are some drones costing not too much more than the HS210 that do have cameras, but the quality of them is usually very low. So that was the Holy Stone HS210. Let me know in the comments if you're interested in using drones, or maybe you already do. What do you use them for, or what would you like to use them for? Or maybe you're interested in FPV drone racing, which looks blooming amazing. Or are you a content creator looking to get some really cinematic shots? When I get permission, it is something I'd like to get back into. I did have a larger drone once, but I sold it when I was trying to raise money for virtual reality. Would you like to see more drone content on this channel? This will always be a VR focused channel, but I wouldn't mind revisiting drones from time to time. Anyway, as always, if you've made it this far, thank you so much. Watching an entire video actually helps a lot more than leaving a like or a comment, so I really appreciate everyone who's stuck around to the end. But if you did enjoy the video, you can still leave a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe if you're not already. It is free. So you've been watching a VRC Tech Tuesday. Take care of yourselves, and I hope to see you next time. See ya.
Don't hang up the phone, they wanna send me straight to hell. I can see you, but I'm all alone. Will you save me? Will you save me?
Reminder, don't fly drones over people.